Hi, I hope you know that you were born with gifts and talents. They are meant to be shared. You were created unique, with a purpose, not by accident. Don't let anyone make you believe for a single second that you aren't worthy. You're incredibly valuable. Have you discovered what your purpose is? Well, you have to get started somewhere. Here, let me help you. So naturally, you're going to gravitate towards things in your life path, but you're also going to gravitate towards things in your purpose. Working in your life path does not mean you are living in your purpose. And I actually had to learn that the hard way because I am now 31 years old, starting my whole career over from the ground up. Now that I am living in my purpose, but I was living in my life path. And naturally, you're going to gravitate towards things in your life path because that's where your gifts and talents kind of come in, and your natural capabilities, where you're going to gravitate towards the things that you know that you can do. And those jobs or positions that you're getting, or even a business that you're starting, it's going to come a little bit more easily, more naturally to you. Even if you have to work hard for it, it's still gonna happen. It's still bound to happen because it's in your life path. So you're more naturally going to be able to do that. Whereas living in your purpose, like I said, you could be living in your life path but not your purpose. That's my story. That's what I was doing without even realizing it. So when I really discovered what my purpose is, I was like, wow, this is stuff that I've always gravitated towards. It has always gravitated towards me. And these are things that I've always wanted to do since I was a child. That's the first clue. Numerology, your name. So, and your birth date. So with numerology, you really just want to calculate your name and the number you get from adding up each digit of your name. That is your life path. That is your life path. And then when you calculate your birth date, add that up until you reduce it down to a single number, unless it's a master number like 11, 22, and 33. You don't reduce the master numbers, but any other number you get, you do reduce it down to a single digit by just adding everything. That is how you know you're in your life path. And you know when you're out of alignment with it because you don't feel good. You feel a void needs to be filled. You feel confused, lost, anxious. You don't feel good when you are not in alignment with your life path. You could be working in your life path and you'll still feel a void. You'll still feel like something is missing. There's something that you're just not doing. You'll feel misplaced. When you can work in your life path and in your purpose, that is when you will start feeling full. That's when you will start feeling whole, happy, balanced. And no matter how shaky things get in your purpose and in your life path, you know that that is where you belong. You know that that's where you're supposed to be. And once you're sure about it, because it's very questionable at times, especially when you were never on your life path like me. When I did think I was working on purpose, I didn't realize I wasn't. And I didn't know that there was a difference between life path and purpose. Number 2, to be in your purpose, that takes remembering. That takes a lot of paying attention. Because if you feel like you're not living in your purpose, like you have a higher calling, like there's something else that you could be doing that you would much rather be doing, like you feel it calling. You have to remember what you always love to do. Because your purpose is something that you love to do. It's something that you want to do, something that feels more like home. It's more natural for you. Even if you had to practice and develop your skills and your talents, it's still more natural because it's your gift. So to live in your purpose means that you are utilizing your gifts. So again, the signs of paying attention, feeling. There's going to be things around you, people that you're going to be drawn to you. You're going to be drawn to those people that are in alignment with your purpose. There are going to be places that you're going to be drawn to that's going to be aligned with your purpose. But to feel it That's how you know, that's how you gain the clarity. That's how you know, like, okay, I'm meant to be here. This is the right place. I'm around the right people. These are my tribe. These people are my tribe. Listen to your gut. If something doesn't feel right, you know you don't want to do this. I know for our survival is scary. And we kind of want to go against how we feel because we're in survival mode and we're trying to do whatever we can to survive. But it doesn't always feel good. Take action upon the things that feel good. You know, try to release a lot of that survival mentality and put yourself in ease with everything's okay. I have everything I need. Let me make moves towards working and living in my purpose. You're going to feel it in all of your body. You're going to feel it in your gut. You're going to feel it in your heart. And you're going to feel it in your mind. You'll have more joy and happiness. Even if it's hard, working through the difficulty is what you're going to want to do. Frustration is going to happen when, you know, you're starting something new or you have challenges thrown at you and it gets frustrating, you know? But your purpose and your life path is something that you're going to want to continue to do and work through. Regardless if you have a job or a business, whatever you're doing, that might be off course. Again, with getting out of survival mode, it may be hard to kind of balance the both, but you will find the balance, you will find harmony with whatever you're doing while you build your life working in your purpose. And one thing you'll notice is how God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, divine, whatever you want to call the source energy, the creator of everything and all of us, you'll notice how you get rewarded the more you work in your purpose. You get, you know, a lot of not just confirmation that you're doing the right thing, but you get a lot of reward. So anything that you feel like you need, you'll get it so much easier because now you're moving in a direction you're supposed to be moving in. Therefore, you're going to be gifted with everything you want and need. The reason why I want to talk about this is because for anyone who can relate to, which so many people can, running the rat race in this world, stuck in a matrix, you're not satisfied, you're not happy with life. That is my story. You know, thinking that I was living in my purpose because I was living in my life path. But then discovering I gotta start over from scratch because I wasn't living in my purpose the entire time. I was only living in my life path. The first thing I ever said, and I remember this is what I mean by remembering. This is what I mean. The first career that I ever chose in my entire life, because I remember being in elementary school and saying, I want to be a writer, because we had to write like these little short stories. My imagination was so vivid and so big that it was easy for me to just put it all on paper. I always envisioned myself singing, dancing, writing my own songs. I've always envisioned that kind of life for myself, along with having books or scripts or some type of play or some, just write anything where I'm writing something out and I know that I'm going to display my art to the world. That is what I always envisioned. But from childhood, I knew that I wanted to be a writer when I grew up as an adult. And I left that dream in the dirt, in the dust, because I didn't think I was good enough. And so I was like, ooh, and I have such a love and passion for animals. And like, I'll never become like a artist, but at least like I know I can work with animals. Did it, reach that goal, and it's in my life path. I'm a life path 8, and as a life path 8, animal care, elderly care, business, networking, that is in my life path. So I became a dog groomer. I was like, yes, I'm gonna express my creative side. I'm gonna give these dogs really cool haircuts. I'm gonna love this. I accomplished my goals, you know, and I had a few of my own clients. I discovered the hard way that I was not living in my purpose, because the more I groomed dogs, the more I hated it. So I quit. And when I quit, I discovered that is not my purpose. That is my life path. And it took me a while to accept that. That took me on a deep dive to self-discovery, which is the healing journey. And through my healing journey, I learned my purpose, and when I started moving, taking action in my purpose, all the stuff that I was not in alignment with, that I was doing, the dog grooming, the job I had before dog grooming, all that fell away. And it was never a compatible match for me in terms of purpose. So when I decided I want to start living my purpose, everything fell in alignment for me to live in my purpose. And that's generally just how it goes. Like, you're always going to feel a void not living in your purpose, not being in your life path. You're always going to feel misplaced. You're always going to feel imbalanced. Like, again, I'm so happy that I achieved another goal of actually more than one goal. Like I said, I want to be a writer. I wrote my first book ever in my entire life. And this is a dream of mine since I was a kid. And I published my first book, Only Heaven Remains, and it's on Amazon. You can also find it on my website, greatnesspermitted.com. You know, I've reached my goals living in my purpose, and it feels really, really good. Everything feels right. And anything else that I try to do, because I know I'm capable of doing it, it just doesn't feel quite right. It doesn't feel the way living in my purpose makes me feel. I feel at home. I feel like I want to keep doing this. I want to go, and no matter how frustrating may get, because I might not have the clarity, eventually I do get the clarity, and even the frustration doesn't make me want to stop. It makes me want to relax and try again, keep going. That is more sustainable than what I was doing before, bouncing around from job to job to job because I hated everything I was doing. Now I feel like regardless, I want to stay on this path. And even throughout my whole life, my whole journey, I was always guided back to this path. And I had to remember, and that's what I had to remember. It's like every time, like, this just keeps coming up in my life. Is that the art, like singing, dancing, writing, this stuff just keeps coming up in my life. And I keep meeting more and more people that are in alignment with that. And yes, I gravitate towards those people, and those people gravitate towards me too. And being around people like that have been, you know, it has been like, I've had great experiences with these people. And they teach me things, and I'm able to teach them certain things. That's the magnetism that you'll experience, is your goals and dreams that are in alignment with your purpose are magnetized towards you, and you're also magnetically drawn towards it. And it's always going to go like that throughout your life, which is why it's so important to pay attention to the direction that you're being attracted and, you know, magnetized to, the direction that you're being led to. If you're feeling fear, the fear is going to cloud your judgment. So it's important to relax and let things go. Let your mind go, let the fear go, just relax and let it go, and you will get clarity. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.